wrong for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his dreams. I ain't got no love for the practice. No, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitch for the adventures. This your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go ahead and feel the world with eyes. Ain't down for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils let you in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handed book. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow standing hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey check. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hand down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man to sniff corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in a pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' go with him to free me. No, they beat us till we the color purple. That's why this knife till they broke like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she pleased as I squeeze on the double D's. Fuck you mean? I'm talking to you. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise. Go ahead and feel the world with eyes. They die for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why I'm talking to you. So warn for your life. Your life try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils let you in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit because they got me handcuffed. I can't believe they just did this. I'm fucking back!
John, if you could, Barbara, sure. Let me just test this live real quick. Looks wild. All should be well. Okay. All right, let's clap it up. Water, if you could, Barbara, sure. Okay. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathah Bashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Teaching the truth since 1969. You understand that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews according to the Bible. You understand? And that the oppressor, you know what I'm gonna say next, right? is the damn devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? God. Of course, it's the Monday night scripture breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So that's history class. All right. Priest and officer 500 one holding it down for now. All right. And we're gonna so again, if you this is the scripture breakdown class. So if you have any questions of any kind, you know what I'm saying, at any time, just go ahead and just type it into the chat if you online, whether you're on the Facebook. Right now we streaming from the Facebook as well as YouTube. You just type it into the chat, you feel me, and we'll go from there. You just type it in, and if I can answer it, then that's exactly what I'll do. If not, we'll write it down until, you know what I'm saying, the higher ranking priests rise and give them a shot at it. If not, we'll write it down until the next class, you know what I'm saying, where I can get another brother to break it down for you. Also, obviously, if you have questions in the room, just go ahead and raise your hand. So let's start off with questions in the room. You got something, Aisha? Please, you first get the yeah. So you can like, Aisha, you always right there. So you know what I mean. If anytime you got to step up, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of just monitor it. You know what I'm saying? That's totally Tawab. That's totally fine. Even if you got to step on the stage, you have permission. It's all good. Count. Most High in Christ. Count. What you got, brother?
Kind, sir. It's sort of a question, but I kind of just wanted to get the your opinion on it, or the
you can't get my opinion.
Oh, it's like the why it's like
no sweat.
Okay, so basically like this, like so I do research on a whole bunch of stuff.
That's most High in Christ.
One of the things I looked at was like the average lifespan of an empire, like the great empires, like in the past, Rome, Greek, Babylonian. One, I happened to come across this thing about from a specialist on the subject, some oppressor from England, Sir John Bagot Globe. He says the average amount of time on an empire is 250 years. Now he says after that, empires always die, often slowly, but overwhelmingly from overreaching in the search for power, you know, like America is today. Now, right now, it says for America, you know, being established in 1776, they will reach their 250th year in 2026, right around the corner.
Right.
Now, I know they say the signs that that America's falling is, you know, it is happening today, like you know, the plague and the rumor of wars and what that.
Without question.
You know what I'm saying? But I know we don't know what time or when the day is, the hour, or whatever Christ returns and not, but I just thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's so close, 250 years.
I got you.
Time is almost up, you know?
No, I got you. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it seems pretty, I wouldn't say accurate, but it's not too far off. You know what I mean? I know other empires have lasted far more than 250 years. Absolutely. Other empires have lasted far more than 250 years. Yeah, you had something you want to say? Yeah. Exactly. Absolutely. So I mean, but it's not a bad, you know what I'm saying, estimation or whatever. Yeah, and with America, you know what I'm saying, that's true, because we see this empire just crumbling right now.
Right.
It's coming down, you know what I mean? But it's been crumbling. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So no, I wouldn't put too much stock and stuff like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with reading it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with reading things like that and kind of cross-referencing and seeing. But what you don't want to do is become a fake Israelite. Because you can easily become a fake Israelite when you delve into things like that. Again, there's a difference between reading something, just like we doing here, right? We read different books and, you know, get an understanding from different things. We parse through things. There's a difference between that and then, or you taking a book, or you taking some ideology that some devil made up, or some African, or some so-called, you know what I'm saying, blackity black scholar, and you run with it. And now you got a whole doctrine based on that. You got fake Israelites with whole doctrines based on some crap that they read in a part of a book. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody give me a precept where that tells you not to do stupid things like that. I think we might have said it last week.
First Timothy 6:3.
What's that say? Read it.
So like, sir, if I may, this is the book of First Timothy, chapter 6, verse 3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness.
No, that's not Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. Yeah, read that, brother.
I got it. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 12. Further, by these, my son, be admonished.
What does it mean to be admonished? Johnson, please.
Like to check yourself, or to be straightened out.
John, that's about right. Let's get a textbook definition. You're right, but let's just read it from a dictionary. Right. We always want to use that dictionary, you know what I'm saying, to get these words and understand. You're absolutely right, Yanazar. So we're gonna find when we read it, the brother had the correct definition, right? But let's just see how they word it. All right. Look up the word admonish. Go ahead, Mayeshar.
It's the Oxford Dictionary version definition of admonish. A verb, warn or reprimand someone firmly.
Right. So admonish means to be what? Be warned, right? As the brother said. The brother said to check something, right? But a good way to say it is to be warned, right? Be aware of this. Okay. So read a scripture from the top, Yanazor.
Khan. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished.
Be warned, all right? Be aware of this, all right? Be cautious of this. Go ahead.
Of making many books.
Of making what?
Many books.
Of making many books. Many books. You understand? Just like your blackity black people, they got a million. Blackity blacks love to have a bookstore. Right. You know what I'm saying? And again, I want to make sure this is clear for you dummies. There is nothing wrong with reading. Some of y'all should do more of it. Right. There's nothing wrong with reading. Okay, that's not what this scripture is talking about. The scripture is not talking about, you reading books, that you're being real surface level. Okay, it's gonna break it down to you what it's saying. It says, "Be admonished, be warned of the making of many books." Right? Go ahead, Yanazar.
There is no end.
There is no what?
No end.
There is no end. This is not talking about your favorite fiction novel. This is not talking about, your favorite mystery. This is not talking about that the books you read to obtain knowledge on certain historical things. It's talking about how blackity blacks and people of the like love to make a million gazillion books on a million gazillion subjects to try to find out a million gazillion things about the universe. You can find a book right now about, will we ever find life outside of the earth? Will we ever go to another galaxy? What other galaxies are there? You understand? Oh, what is hiding under the sewage or under the algae under Africa? You understand? What have we explored the northern Russian region in the mountains? Could we live up there? The making of many books. You understand? There's a million books that can be made. You understand? Blackity Blacks got these libraries talking about Egypt. They got these libraries talking about, talking about all these ancient civilizations and things like that. You understand? But it's going to break it down and tell you why that doesn't do much. You got the scripture that he was at, Mayeshar?
Sir.
You're going to read it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished.
Be warned. Go ahead.
Of making many books, there is no end.
Of making many books, there is no end. Go ahead.
And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
So making many books, there is no end. And much study is what?
A weariness of the flesh.
Much study is what?
Weariness of the flesh.
A weariness of the flesh. You understand? Why is much study a weariness of the flesh? Or why can it be a weariness of the flesh? Go ahead, Mayeshar.
So, like I said, if I may, you're overworking your brain. you're kind of stressing yourself out over
Uh-huh.
things that mean not much. Or,
I want to overworking your brain.
well, sir, if I may, you're filling your brain with things that don't matter.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a waste of your goddamn time, is what it is. It's a waste of time and a weariness of the flesh. You understand? So again, there's nothing wrong. What's going on? Nothing wrong with books. Nothing wrong with reading. It's all twab. It's all well. It's all good to read. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which one? It's all good to read, man. But the making of many books. So what I'm trying to get you to understand was based on what you had said before, right? It's all good to look at, you know what I'm saying, different things and kind of get an understanding of these different histories. That's all good. You know what I mean? But what you don't want to do is get too caught up in those things. You feel me? You don't want to get too caught up. Ooh, wait, what the heck is happening up in here? Most High in Christ. Slack your one. I don't want you. I'm not sure. Count. Most High in Christ. All right, so let's check the live, see if we got any other questions. It might show you if you have something else. Let me know. Something on the live? Count, Yanazar, what you got? Please.
I was thinking about sending you this article, but just let me know if you want it.
Count.
What it is
I just saw you already. Send it.
Slack.
Just send that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
He says as a business, humans going to be born in space.
Right.
Eventually in space colonies.
Mm-hmm.
And he said between 2021 and I don't know what the other year is because I can't see it right now. But anyway, this is a confirmation of the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
You understand in Ezekiel, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
damn right,
and make thy nest amongst the stars.
Right.
So I when I read this, that's what I thought of. That's
damn right. No, that's absolutely true.
If
100%.
You want me to send you that?
Yeah, please, 100%, because I'm gonna use that at camp.
Most
that exact scripture.
Right.
I'm too wild. Sure. What, brother? You know what I'm saying? No, that's absolutely true. You know what I'm saying? They said this nest among the stars. We brought that out of camp. We bring it out every camp, of course. You know what I mean? We always talk about that, man. We've been saying this since 1969. You know what I'm saying? Damn near around the time they went to the moon. And we knew even then that it was a prophecy being fulfilled. You understand? And so now when we see these things, we hear about the Space Force, it don't shock us in ISUPK. It's not a shock to us at all. You understand? Because we've been knowing about these things from the men who taught us, the men above us. You understand? Matter of fact, give me Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. You understand? That's why the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohanan, I mean, brother, if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you need to be in these classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You absolutely need to be in these classes because this is a safe haven for our people. The only safe haven for our people. And it's the only place where you can learn some damn history about yourself. Because right now they're trying to cut that history out of your classroom.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be illegal to teach, you know what I'm saying, anything Black ever, anywhere. You know what I mean? This is going to be a straight up a foregone conclusion that when you go to college, you are not supposed to learn about any of that stuff. I saw a story, I think we brought it out last week. A little girl said to her mom, she said, "Mommy, am I evil because I was born white?" Of course, every brother in ISUPK saw that, and they said, "Con." You know what I mean? Yes, that is a fact. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It's not little Susie. It's nothing personal. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal. I remember I seen a video, a UPK video, an old one. You know what I'm saying? Yeshaya, you know what I mean? There's nothing personal to the devil. It's just that's what the Bible said about you. in the story. You know what I mean? Oh, you got that, Giannis, or whoever got it. Romans 15:4.
Come on. It's the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
Whatsoever things were written when?
Aforetime.
Written when?
Aforetime.
No, I don't want to read it if it's old.
Aforetime.
No, that's outdated.
Aforetime.
Whoever heard that one before? Like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They tell you, oh, that's how it used to be. You know what I mean? That's archaic. That's old way of living. Times of how many people say that one? We can't. You talk about the law, statutes, and commandments. They say, well, we can't live like that. You mean I can't kill black people now? What? You know what I mean? I can't have a dietary law now. I can't raise my children a certain way now because it's 2021. Oh, I guess I got to raise my kids the way America tells me to raise my kids. You understand? Most High in Christ, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah for the men above me, the brothers like Command and General Yohana who held this truth down. The water for them, because I would be sitting up here if it wasn't for this truth, thinking to myself that I got to live like it's 2021. You know what I'm saying? I would be thinking this, like, I got to live like that. Next thing you know, I'm parading around in a dress like Dwayne Wade. 6'4", muscle-bound Negro in a dress. You know what I'm saying? And looking like Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element. What you got?
Oh, Salaki, I was gonna say, sir, like Kid Cudi now today.
Oh,
they
my
got
God. Kid Cudi. You don't remember Kid Cudi? Day and Night. Never mind. It was a song. Kid Cudi, he's a rapper, right?
And Salaki, if I may, Baba Kushal.
Please, I don't want Salaki, sir.
Most High Christ, get a load of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, like, you talking about what was written before time was written for our learning, correct? So we learn what we should or shouldn't be doing as a nation of people. When you think about our conditions today, the way we live in today, we think that legislation is a way for us to have freedom. You understand? According to the scriptures, what was written before time, our freedom was us being obedient.
Damn right.
You understand? Our freedom was based upon us being obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's our history.
Damn right.
So today we our history is based on what our oppressor giving it to us.
Right.
Like us believing in a vote and standing in line to ask for something that you know what I'm saying. But in their preamble, they say that all men created.
That's right.
Desperate for freedom, right? If I'm not mistaken. This is what they say was right and wrong. Yet instead, we're the ones that need to ask for freedom.
Damn
and
right.
we're doing it through legislation.
Damn right.
That's not our history.
Damn
Our freedom come from the Most High above, man.
That's right.
That's it.
Damn right. The water for that one. Water. Get that. Mike. I'm the water. It's lucky.
Start from the top, sir.
Count if you could.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse.
If you can give me the one in John, but I think John 8:44, the truth make you free. Yeah, Mike, sure.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
For what?
Were written for our learning.
As the other one just said, man, things that were written aforetime was written for our learning. You understand? They weren't written for us to be silly, for us to be stupid, for us to not know anything, for us not to have knowledge.
Right.
The problem is we don't have knowledge. That's why the scriptures say what? The scriptures say what? That I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to what? Not according to knowledge. Right. When you see a bunch of strippers in a circle holding hands, praying that Drake comes in tonight, you understand? That's having a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Right.
Y'all know that Drake really did that, right? Y'all heard about that? Drake went into it. I heard Drake, your favorite rapper / R&B singer Drizzy, went into a strip club in Houston and made it rain. They say he let it rain like $1 million. And they got video of them sisters going crazy. After the show, they putting all the ones together. Whatever dude is working in there said, everybody say thank you, Drake. And they're like, thank you, Drake. Making a mockery of the Lord, man. Right. They prayed for that night. Right. You understand? But they don't have the knowledge. They don't know anything about anything. You understand? Finish that, Maya Shaw.
Come on. That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
That we through what?
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
So these scriptures, that were written aforetime, is for our learning, that we through patience and what?
And comfort of the scriptures.
So what stands out right there, man? What stands out right there, man? Through patience and comfort of the scriptures. You understand? What stands out there? You ready, sir? Come on, what stands out?
So like I said,
Go ahead, Mike Sharp.
so like I said, the line there, the word comfort, that the
Right.
reassuring of the of what's been told, what's been given to us.
So the scriptures are supposed to give us what?
Comfort, sir.
Scriptures are supposed to give us comfort.
Okay.
You understand? The scriptures ain't something that's supposed to make us uneasy. The scriptures are something that's supposed to make us, you know what I'm saying, lose hope. It's supposed to give us hope in this place. It's supposed to give us comfort in this place. That's what the ISUPK has been doing since 1969. Using these scriptures to give our people what? Comfort, man. Like, yes, like not like the Christian pastor. Not like the Christian pastor. The Christian pastor, he talks a good game about comfort, all the while plotting on your kids. You're gonna talk about, oh, heaven is coming and the Lord is gonna you're gonna get a blessing and all of that. Meanwhile, you plotting on somebody's children. You're gonna talk about comfort and then molest somebody's child and how much comfort they're supposed to have now. Talk about comfort and prosperity and steal somebody's damn mortgage. How much comfort are they supposed to have now? If anything, the Christian church has depleted all the comfort we ever had. Patience. It's taken it all from us. You understand? That's what the Christian church has done. But the Bible says that we're supposed to be comforted in these scriptures. Read on.
Come on. Patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might have what?
Might have hope.
So we're supposed to get what from this Bible? We're supposed to have hope, man. Why? We're living in the worst conditions in this place. We're living in hell. We're dying every day. Our sisters is on them stripper poles. Our brothers are going through hell in this place, man.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, dying like it's nobody's business. Imagine living on some reservation. You ever been on a Native American Indian reservation? I've never been myself, but I heard stories and I've seen things about it. Makes the projects look like paradise, man. Brothers dying from alcoholism. It's a place of complete despair. You understand? But this Bible is supposed to give my Gadite brothers what? Hope. You ready, other one? Come on. And with that, I'll pass the class over to priest and captain of 13,000 Ninth Doctrine.
All right, where we at? Where was that? Okay. You're good with the brother I was bringing up?
Yeah, come on, sir.
Okay. All right, let's switch. All right, any questions in the room? I know yeah, take it. I know what's his name? I asked another question the week I was here, right? No, take me to Ezekiel. All right. Hey, tap on the heaters in the back there. Yeah. Let's pull them off. No, that thing, no. Come to Ezekiel 22. Yeah, you can read it once again. Yeah.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 1. All Akim got it? Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yea, thou shalt show her all her abominations.
Okay, so who is this right now? What book we in?
Ezekiel, sir.
All right, so who? Right, so this is Ezekiel, right? So when it says son of man, who's the son of man?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No. So it's Ezekiel, right? So read it one more time. Come on. Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel is the son of man. So he's saying, son of man. What? Read on.
Oh God. Verse 3. Then say thou, thus saith the Lord the Most High, the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself.
Right. So what does it say in a nutshell? Right there. Anybody online? Come on, Maisha.
So like I said, for me, saying the city is basically destroying itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me how the city is destroying itself. If you had to bring it to today.
Oh, so like it where they had them riots up there, like Minnesota, or the riots they had across the country over the summer.
No. And the reason why I would say no is why. Why would I say no to that?
So like I said, it's because it wasn't the only city.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Come on. Precept. Go ahead.
Oh,
No.
oh, Slaki.
Meaning anybody. I want precept for what I'm saying.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
so first question we should ask. You said what was he saying? What was the word of the Lord, the Most High saying to Ezekiel?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying like judge the holy city, or Slaki, not holy city, but judge a bloody city. Like how would we do a camp?
Mm-hmm.
Or kind of what we do now, like we're priests and prophets. He's
Right.
saying like to judge it for the abominations, the wickedness, homosexuality, swine
That's
eating,
it.
the
Good.
murder.
Good. Right? No, what he said what? He said he was saying how we riot. Right? How we just, you know what I mean?
Right.
But why I wouldn't liken this to the riots is because of what? Why I won't do it? Uh-huh. No. Why would not I wouldn't use that precept for the riots that's taking place in these cities, right?
okay.
Why wouldn't do it? Give me go ahead.
Oh, so like
Where is it in Jeremiah? Where is it? This is not your rest. Where is it? Jeremiah what? 17 and 17? Right? And another thing also too is do those businesses belong to black people? Right? What does it say? Read it from
This is
me.
the book of Micah, chapter 2, verses 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right, this is not your rest. You understand? That's why you burning down your city is not going to get you out of what?
That's right. Oppression.
Oppression or captivity. What's going to get you out of captivity? Come on.
Turn it back to the Most High. Keep law,
Right.
statutes, and commandments.
That's it. That's what's going to get you out of captivity. When we stop the black on black crime, you understand? When we stop stealing from each other, you understand? When we stop all these things, that's going to do what? That's going to bring Christ back.
Right.
You understand? Right? Read on. Go back to Ezekiel now. To what? Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 4. Thou art become guilty in thy blood.
No, hold on. Read verse 3 one more time.
Oh, come on, sir. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then say thou, thus saith the Lord thy power,
Mm-hmm.
the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself.
And make it idols unto thyself. You understand? To defile thyself. You know what it's like? You all remember Barack Obama? What I was calling Barack Obama. What it said about him?
He was like Christ, basically. He was
The
Messiah.
Black Messiah.
Black Messiah.
We made an idol out of Barack Obama. You understand? A so-called Hamite. You understand? African. You understand?
Oh my God.
Right? That's an idol. You understand? Just like what? Just like Sergio Borgia, the statue, that's an idol. Just like Mary, that statue, that's an idol. You understand? Right? Read on.
Idols against herself to defile herself.
Right, to defile herself. When we in this, when we in Christianity into Islam or this religion, we are doing what? We are defiling ourselves. You understand? When we believe in this old political structure, this capitalism, this democracy, we are doing what? We are defiling ourselves. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. Thou art become guilty in thy blood, and that it's like that thou hast shed.
You become what?
Guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed.
Guilty in that blood which thou hast shed. You understand? This is just thinking in court. Now what? The jury what? The 12 of them what? Say what? You're found guilty. Guilty of being gay. Guilty of being a child molester. Guilty of being a murderer. You understand? You've been found guilty of breaking God's law. Right? Read on.
And hast defiled thyself in thine idols, which thou hast made.
Right? You defile yourself. So now you do what? Thanksgiving coming around the corner. Guess what? We're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. We're going to bring the family together. I remember we went over this where the so-called American holidays, it appears as if it has a good outlook. You understand? It's just like what? Like give me a picture of Sergio Borgia on the ground. Just like that picture, that doormat. Anyone, just give me anyone. Right? Just like this image. Right. You understand? When you look at this image, you will not think this was the man that had in what? Captivity. Right. Now you forget all about slavery. Why? Because you have this. Now you look to this, to all the holidays. Now you look at your holidays as being something good. Christmas, it looks as if it's good because it's for what? It's the birth of the Lord. Not knowing what? That day was the blood, but you give thanks to, to the Lord. You understand? So he makes it appear as if it's what? It's something good. Right? Read on.
And thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years.
Right? Cause your days to come what? Near. Right? What does that mean? Come show me, yeah?
So, like you said, so is it saying that basically it's causing like the end to come to this place?
It says what? Let me read that verse one more time. What verse you in?
And thou hast caused thy days.
Cause what?
Cause thy days.
Thy days. Who's it die? Say it one more time.
It's like your days.
Your days. Say cause what? Your days to what?
To draw near.
To draw what? Near. Meaning what? Yes. That's how Negroes talk. Your days what? Numbered. You understand? That's why, you know what I mean? You battling somebody and they want to hear what you have to say about the Bible. Just give it time. Time will decide who's right or wrong. All right? This is exactly what it's saying. You understand? Like your time is going to draw nigh, meaning your grace is going to what? Run out. Right? Read on.
And art come even unto thy years. Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen.
Therefore I've made thee what?
A reproach unto the heathen.
What does it mean to be a reproach unto the heathens? Come on.
It's like it's their hatred for us, like they reproach.
Look it up.
It's a criticism. Like we're criticized or belittled by the heathen, the other nations.
Okay. Come on.
So like I said, it's the Oxford Dictionary definition: reproach. Address someone in such a way to express disapproval or disappointment.
Right? Good. So we've become what? This what?
Slacky, sir, a disapproval or disappointment to the heathen.
Right, to the heathens, right? What does that mean?
So like, if I may, I don't want.
Come on.
That's like when like all the negative connotation that they talk about the Lord's people, and like on the news and all that. You know, we're always look how they act, a lot they breaking in the stores, and look how they doing. We're always the example of the laughing stock of all the butt of the jokes and everything in his empire.
Yes, it's almost like you know when you walk past, you know what I mean, hidden,
so like
they clutch the purse, and then they try to walk away from you, like, you know what I mean, like you carry a plague.
Come on.
Go ahead.
So like that's like just think about it, like on what they call it, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, how they say how we line up outside and we fighting over television, they have it on the camera.
Yeah,
like it's like, look at them, you know.
Yep.
Come on.
Like roaches. You understand? We looked at like we you know what I mean? We rodents. You understand? Like they hate being us so much, or hate seeing us or being around us, to the point whereas they don't want us swimming in their pools. You understand? They don't want that black skin in the pool. You're gonna get the water dirty. You understand? We like that to America, right? Read on.
And a mocking to all countries.
And a what?
And a mocking to all countries.
When we go to the street to vote, somebody I think the mic facing some to water. Right? So when we go march in the streets, right? And we burn down stores or whatever, I understand the anger black people have. But the outlook of it is to the point whereas we look as what? As we begging for help. You understand? And they look, remember, they okay, America don't hold back how they portray us on the outside. That's why me coming in here, down to my grandmother would tell me, stay away from Judites. Stay away from them. You go to school, you go learn. But you stay away from them boys. You understand? Because America gave you all a reputation just by, you know, the news, the movies, you know, the music, everything. You understand? And that goes for, you know what I mean, even the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans. You understand? They label us as, you know what I mean, we trouble. Stay away from them. Don't go around them. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 5. Those that be near and those that be far from thee shall mock thee, which are infamous and much vexed.
Which shall mock thee, even down to the Africans and them.
Right.
You know what I mean? These, you know what I mean? These, for I want to YouTube, excuse me, I know in your house, so these so-called Hamites who, you know what I mean, who culture, right, is it to, you know what I mean, blowing cows behind. Now they come across here and look at you like, you know what I mean, like you filthy. And then you go on YouTube and you see East Indians bathed in cow dung saying it's for COVID-19. Right? But they're laughing at you. Right. They're making you you know what I mean, they're mocking you. You understand? But they come across here, they own you what? The Dunkin' Donuts. They want to talk to you anyhow they want to talk to you when you go in to buy. You're 1 cent short, they're selling you. You understand? Down to the so-called Chinese. You understand? They want to talk down on you. You understand? Right? Read on.
Yeah. Verse 6. Behold, the Prince of Israel, everyone were in thee to their power to shed blood. Verse 7.
To the prince, meaning, why is it saying that? Because the prince supposed to do what? Yeah, the prince is supposed to do what? Come on.
Make peace.
Not just not just peace, but just think you are prince.
So like,
come on.
He's supposed to be like prestigious, like the way he present himself.
Right? And he's supposed to be what? A prince will what? Take care of his people. It's, you know what I mean? In charge. You take care of the people. But he doing what? He causing what? Bloodshed. You know what I mean? So now you're Michael Jordan, you're LeBron James. They ain't saying nothing. You understand? They ain't saying, they're sitting back and watching you what? Getting what? Killed in the streets of America. While they get rich and rich and rich. You understand? Read.
Okay. Verse 7. In thee have they set light by father and mother.
They set light by father and mother. What does that mean? Set light by father and mother. Now, give me the precept to prove this is wrong. Was that precept to prove what it's saying here is wrong? But go ahead. What does it mean to set light?
So like shaming your mother and father, like the things you do make them stand out, like they didn't raise a good child.
You want it? I mean, I'll give it. But just think when they say you make light of a matter, what does that mean? Come on, Tabo. What does it mean when they say make light of a matter?
If you make light of a matter, then you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not actually accounting for the real weight of it. You know what I'm saying? You're making it smaller than it actually is. It's a bigger deal than what you're making it.
It's not important. So when mommy and daddy get old, guess what? You old, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up. Just go in the corner, sit down there. Did you take your medication today, mommy? Oh, you need to take your medication. You understand? The reason why you like this is because of what you did to me when I was a baby boy.
Right.
You understand? That's why you're getting treated like this right now. You understand? You make light of your what? Yeah, of your mother and father. And what is the precept to counteract this? Come on. Honor thy mother and father. This is the total what? Opposite of honoring your mother and father. Now you make light. Now daddy can't get up to go to the hospital for his appointment. And you think daddy playing. You think mommy playing. She just need me to be around to drive. No, mommy can't get up. Mommy old. Them bones, you know what I mean? Hurting. Gonna need some help, some assistance. You understand? But now you like, nah, get up, mommy, get up. Daddy, get up. Stop playing. Stop playing. Come on. All right. You remember when I was sick and I needed somebody to take me to the doctor? You told me, you know what I mean? I'm young and strong. I could, you know, pick myself up and go. You do the same too right now. All right, read on.
Okay. In the midst of thee have they dealt by oppression with the stranger. In thee have they vexed the fatherless and the widow.
And they vexed the what?
The fatherless and the widow.
They vexed the fatherless and the widow. Who done did that? Okay, but you're right. But stay with me on this. Come on.
Christian pastors.
Right, but stay with me on this. What? Who did this? Who's saying did it?
Salaki out of one. That would it be the prince?
The princes.
Come on.
Who you will include what? Your Christian pastors also too. You understand? Like your Eddie Long. Remember those boys? They were without a father and they were looking what? They were looking for one. And Eddie Long did what? Take advantage of them. Just like boys that go to church, in Christian, in the Catholic church, you know what I mean, looking for that father figure because daddy's nowhere in the house and a priest taking him back and molest you. And then put some mark on you to let his other boys know that, you know what I mean, he's good to go. You know what I mean? He is green light on him. All right? Come on.
Like real quick, that's the same thing that Africa Bambaataa and Bobby Hemmett, Pan-Africans, and that parallel do the same thing.
You understand?
They follow kids from the ghetto. You know, the mothers don't have a husband, a father figure, and they go molest your kids with some on their land.
Right. You understand? They got the money to do what? To help the people, to take care of the people. But guess what? That type of power now is going to be used for what? For their lust, for their enjoyment. You understand? And now you're going to destroy a boy. You're going to make him bleed, right? You're going to think, you know what I mean, being gay is fun. Being gay ain't fun. It ain't fun. You understand? The Lord didn't make that to do that. You understand? It ain't fun. All right, read on.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 8. Thou hast despised mine holy things.
All right, what is his holy things? Come on, Giannis, sir.
It's his children, Israelites.
Yeah, but okay. Okay. Stick with me on what we're reading here, right? Remember, this entire thing is speaking. This is Ezekiel speaking to who? To who?
Supposed to be Ezekiel talking to the people, but from the Lord, voice of the Lord.
Yes, right? The Lord using Ezekiel to speak to who? The children of Israel.
Come on.
Right?
Right.
So now read that part over one more time and then Giannis, you'll give me.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 8. Thou hast despised my holy things.
So now he's saying what? Come on, go ahead.
He's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yes, we have despised his law, statutes, and commandments. Simple. You understand? How we know it? Because in 2 weeks' time, we'll be celebrating what? Thanksgiving.
Right.
The family will be around the table eating what? A pig with a apple in its mouth. Big hog head on the table. You understand? Or a big turkey on the table. And now you're going to ask God for all the blessing on the earth to befall you, so that you can get the promotion that you've been aiming for your whole entire life. You understand? You hearing this right now, you go celebrate Thanksgiving, the Lord liable to come visit you. You understand? Read on.
God, and has profaned my Sabbaths.
And has what?
Profaned my Sabbaths.
How do I profane his Sabbath? Go ahead, Shamia.
So like you said, changing the day. Not Saturday or Sunday now.
Yes. You understand? Profane it. You understand? Profane it doesn't mean because you working on it. No, because you Saturday, sundown, Friday to sundown, Saturday is not your high holy day. Your high holy day is what? Sunday. You worship what? The sun. You understand? And you thinking you what? You in church worshiping who? Yeah, the Most High. You understand? Your oppressor has tricked you. You understand? Read on.
God, verse 9. In thee are men that carry tails to shed blood.
And carry what?
Carry tails to shed blood.
You understand? Who carry tails to shed blood? What is tails?
Like I said, stories.
Yes, stories. Who carry tails to shed blood? Come on.
The first thought that came to my mind was like the government, if the CIA, like they spread lies so they could go, take people's land, and shed blood. Police.
Okay, what you're saying is correct, but pertaining to this, right? Remember, he's directing this to who? Children of Israel. Who spread tails? That remember is the who. You're right, but you know what I mean? I will let your sisters know what Giannis are, you know what I mean, charging you all about. But it's not just sisters. All right, come on.
What the princes, the leadership, the people in charge, or like the pastors or the
your El Sharpton, your T.D. Jakes, your Creflo Dollar. You understand? Their tales, their lies are going to what? Get people killed. If Trayvon Martin knew what? That Zimmerman was is an oppressor the Bible speaks of. You understand? Or the devil the Bible speaks of. Guess what? He'll be alive today. Michael Brown would be alive today. Right. You understand? They would have been alive today. What's your brother who the strangled to death in New York? Eric Gardner. He would be here today. You understand? But they spread tales out. They would have you think that what? The Lord loves everybody. You understand? And we should all come in one melting pot. You know what I mean?
So
Come
like,
on.
So like, if I may, sir,
Mhm.
would this also go back to verse 8 as well? Like, since they are the leaders of Israel, right? Since we are, you know what I'm saying, since we are profane like the Sabbath and the holy, you know what I'm saying, the holy things, like those would be tales also that would cause us to, you know what I'm saying, cause us for blood.
Say that one more time.
Like us not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, like in verse 8, that would cause us to be punished for it too as well. Like if the leaders say it's okay for us to, you know, do the defame the Sabbath and things like that. Come.
Yes, those lies are gonna get you killed. You understand? So now you're not doing what the Lord said to do. So now guess what? Your pastor say you could pray over that pork and eat it. You understand? And you do what? You go and pray over that pork knuckles. Right. You understand? That pigtail, that oink oink is in your pot. Because pastor says, okay, we could pray over it. That hog head with the apple in the middle of the table. Oh, you think you have a banquet with a hog head on your table and the Lord will vomit on that. Right. You understand? He doesn't like that. But that's because of your what? Your leader, your leadership. You want to know why you stand for the national anthem? Because your pastor tell you to stand for the national anthem. You understand? That's being what? Played in your Christian church, being sung in your Christian church. You understand? Down to the what is it? What they try to make you do at the school? The pledge. Pledge of allegiance. You know why you pledge your allegiance to America? Guess why? Because of your pastors, because of the princes. Because Jordan did it. So guess what? I want to be the best basketball player. So guess what? I'm going to do exactly what Jordan did. You understand? I'm going to do exactly what LeBron James did. I'm going to do exactly what these idols, these top athletes do. You understand? Yet and said you don't even know your anger in the Lord because of your leadership. Right? Read on.
Okay. And in thee they eat upon the mountains, and in the midst of these, in the midst of thee they commit lewdness.
Right? In the midst of thee they commit what?
Lewdness.
Oh boy, explain that to me. Come on.
Oh, so like I said, if I may, right in front of you, they commit just lascivious acts, just terrible, disgusting things right there in front of you, and you accept it because.
Okay, remember how we talk as black men, right?
Okay.
When they say right in front of you, what does that mean? Does it mean like I'm right sitting here and he's right there doing something?
Nah, sir.
What does that mean?
So like it's like well, back to the Christian church, like how they have like a homosexual directing the choir. That's a lewd act. That's lewdness right there in front of us, even though in the Bible says, you know, against homosexuality, you know, it's right there in front of us.
A little more. I'll come into your answer.
So like it could have just mean like you do it out in the open.
Okay, it's more okay. That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's trying to break down.
So like, if I may, sir,
come on.
Like they don't have any shame about what they do.
Yes, but okay, think this. When you read about what's his name? Eddie Long molesting kids. Did you see it? Right, but it's in front of you. You understand? It's right there. You understand? He did it. What did he stand up and say in the Christian in his church? I feel like David and I have 5 stones and I ain't throw one yet. And then the next day, he doing what? He making a deal in court for nothing to come out. He gonna pay everybody off. You understand? They do lewd acts right in front. Read that verse over again.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 9. In thee are men that carry tales to shed blood, and in thee they eat upon the mountains. In the midst of thee they commit lewdness.
Right, they eat upon the mountains, meaning they what? They in high places, they in governments. You understand? They you know you got black people, ton of black people in the government, right? Right. But are they helping black people? No, instead they're doing what? They're signing bills on policies to what? Further what? Destroy us. You understand? And think that what? That's gonna help black people. You understand? Like you put in brothers in jail for what? For child support. And now you're gonna have sisters just walk into abortion clinic and do what? Kill a child, murder a child, and call it what? Planned Parenthood. You're planning for your career, whatever. Right?
So like if I may, would this also be like in the midst of they commit lewdness? That's like nobody's correcting them because they are high. Like nobody like a pastor more or less. Like you said, they committing the acts, but nobody's challenging what they're doing because of their where they at in leadership or whatnot.
Okay, it's not that nobody challenging them. It's just that they're in that seat of power and they decide this is what I'm going to do with my power, basically. You understand? Because we doing what? We on the streets. We doing what? We challenging them. You understand? But they doing lewd acts right in front of you. They what? They sucking on the pork knuckles right there. It is some good pork chops you made here. And so and so. You understand? They're molesting the kids right there. They got to go to court. How much millions the Christian, the Catholic Church have to pay in molestation? They're performing lewd acts right in front of you. You understand? Having one-on-one with your wife. Getting your wife pregnant and telling you, don't worry, that's from the Lord. You understand? Telling you that's from the Lord. And you know well and well, you know what I mean, you have not been around. But, you know what I mean, she's pregnant. I mean, that's from the Lord. All right? Read on.
Verse 10. In thee have they discovered their father's nakedness.
Indeed have they discovered their what?
Their father's nakedness.
So now we're going into some things. How have they discovered their father's nakedness? Come on. They're going into some lewd acts. Come on, Yanisa.
They sleep with their father's woman.
Yeah. Damn right. You understand? You understand? That's their father's what? Nakedness. Or it could be what? 2-4 where what? They discover their father nakedness could be what?
Them watching them have sex, or just like being just like Ham did, you know, not even having no reverence for the father.
Right. You understand? And not okay. What Ham did was more so he made fun of his father. You understand? His father wasn't doing anything that was what? Unlawful or nothing like that. Right? He was in his tent, whatever, naked, drinking, and Ham what came in and see his father acting. You mean like, you know what I mean? Hi. You mean off the liquor, whatever. And what? And laughed at him. All right? This is you literally seeing what? Your father doing what? Putting a blunt to his mouth, smoking. You see what? His nakedness. You understand? That's like with Adam and Eve, right? When it says what? And they knew that what? They both were what? Naked. You understand? That naked is that shame. Right? Read on.
God. In thee have they humbled her that was set apart for pollution.
Right? That humble her that's set aside for what?
For pollution.
For pollution. Come on.
Is that like a metaphor talking about a woman? Like they humbled her, they had sex with a woman that was on a flower.
Okay. Pollution.
Just is set apart, like you know, like back in the day during those times, if a woman was on her flower, she would be not put away, but she'd have
No. I understand what you're saying.
Come.
Set apart. Okay. I'm gonna get this part here for you. Let's see if we could use it like that.
Come on.
All right.
Concert.
Come on.
You said we'll get that part.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get that part. Right. What verse in? 10. Hey, I'll get our last part for you, right? All right. Read on.
Verse 11. And one hath committed abomination with his neighbor's wife.
All right.
And
Yes. What's his name? Tabon. Yes, I'll take that. Yeah. Right, that pollution.
I was looking at that too. So the pollution, is it okay? You said for like a woman that's set apart, but would it be so that like a woman that, if you committed adultery, she's a known adulteress,
right?
Brothers would never, go into her,
right?
But they sleeping with these whores, kind of
right
like now. The sister's on her monthly. Is she really polluted? She can't help being on her monthly.
No, okay, she cannot help, but you cannot sleep with a woman
right
on her monthly.
Right. That's what
she's. You understand?
Right.
It's not to say it's just saying she's set apart for pollution, meaning is as the brother was bringing out, there's a place, or Israel had a place when a woman was on a monthly, she will go there away, from the city. You understand? And just chill. Is almost like, just think like a place to relax. Right. You understand? She's set apart. But you got brothers who trying to do what? Yeah. You understand? Right? And that's disgusting. Go ahead, Yanis, sir. Okay, this is more on us, I would say. All right, come on.
And another hath lewdly defiled his daughter-in-law.
All right, and the reason why I'm saying is because it's talking about the father, your father, and we know what, that we ain't supposed to what, go on to what, unto heathens. All right. So this is speaking about Israel. Come on, read on.
Come. And another in thee hath humbled his sister, his father's daughter.
You understand? So it going into what? Into acts, lewd acts. You understand? Acts that you're not supposed. These things you ain't supposed to be doing it. Yes, it's unlawful, right? Basically for what? Fornication, right? Right. Read on.
Verse 12. In thee have they taken gifts to shed blood. Thou hast taken usury and increase, and thou hast greedily gained of thy neighbors by extortion.
You understand? That's your, you know what I mean? That's what goes on among us. You understand? And the Lord is saying through Ezekiel, you know what I mean? These things are what? Lewd acts that you're supposed to what? Stop doing. Read on.
And has forgotten me, saith the Lord thy power.
And forgotten me, because you're dealing with each other like what? Like how the heathens will deal with you. Just like how your so-called oppressor dealing with you right now. Some of us want to deal with each other exactly what? The same way. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 13. Behold, therefore I have smitten mine hand at thy dishonest gain, which thou hast made.
Right? He has what?
Smitten my hand at thy dishonest gain.
That's why being a drug dealer is so what? Unprofitable.
Right.
You understand? Being a drug addict is so unprofitable because it's going to end in what? In your demise. Right. You understand? All the money you make is going to have to go back to who? Your so-called oppressor. Back in his pocket. You understand? While you what? Destroy your community, destroy your people. And think you're gonna have the best cars, the nice shoes, you know what I mean, the nice girls, the whole works. It's going to what? It's going to come to what? Demise. You're either going to end up in jail or you're going to end up in the graveyard. Right? Read on.
And at thy blood, which has been in the midst of thee. Verse 14. Can thy heart endure, or can thine hands be strong in the days that I deal with thee?
What is he saying?
So like if I make, you think you can take it when I get ready to unleash my wrath on you?
Yeah. When the Lord ready to, you know what I mean, fight with your heart, trust me. What it say? I'm too short to box with the Most High. Yeah, you're gonna know the Lord hitting you. You know what I mean? Some uppercut, some, you know what I mean, some smack across your jaw. You'll know the Lord hitting you them things. And he's asking you, could you withstand when I really come for you? You understand? Could you withstand it? Could you withstand being shot in the head while running on I-95. No, you're going to drop dead. And you're going to be in a morgue 20 years, 24 years in a morgue with a bullet in the back of your head. You understand? All right, read on.
God, I, the Lord, have spoken it and will do it.
And he will what?
Will do it.
And he is going to do it. Because he did what? He made a covenant with us. You understand? And the Lord knows how Negroes are when when you make an agreement with another brother. You understand? He come up short $1. You understand? He had to go in the grave. Nigga, why's my money? No. It was $10. But brother, it's just $9. I'll get you $1. No, I want it now. No, the Lord don't want you eating that. That's right. Shrimp, crab. The Lord don't want you eating them things. I'm hungry. Well, the Lord understand. Well, if there's nothing else to eat, right? You're gonna eat it, right? You know, they like to come up, they like to draw these type of scenarios for you, right? See if you're on an island, right? Just say you're on an island, right? And the only thing to eat is crabs. What you gonna do? That is scenario to try to draw for you. Right. Negro, you better not eat it. Right. You better not eat it. You understand? All right? Read on.
Verse 15. And I will scatter thee among the heathen and disperse thee in the countries and will consume thy filthiness out of thee.
So the Lord basically telling you what he's going to do, and we living it right now, right? We're living it right now. Which is clear to see that we broke the side of the agreement. We broke it. All right? Read on.
Verse 16. And thou shalt take thine inheritance in thyself in the sight of the heathen, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Right? You take your inheritance. What's the inheritance? No, inheritance. What's your inheritance? What's your inheritance? Meaning as a people. No, just say, what's your inheritance as a people?
To be in rulership?
Precept. Come on. What does that say? Okay, there's a precept to say this continuing from inheritance. I want a precept to show what your inheritance is. Romans 9 and 4. Very good. Romans 9 and 4. Read it. Yeah.
The book of Romans chapter 9 verse 4.
After you read.
The book of Romans chapter 9 verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of the Most High and the promises.
So, what's the inheritance? Promises, the giving of the law, whole works. You understand? That's yours, right? That is yours, not nobody else. Right? Paul is speaking to who? Who are the what? The Israelites. You understand? Nobody else.
So like if I may, so our inheritance it come from us being obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments being our covenant, and without us following, without us keeping the covenant, like we lose all of that. That's what you're saying.
Okay, we lost it. I would say we lose it, but how to put it? What's a good way to put it? Just think this. You're a father, right? You tell a child, if you do good in school, you're going to get this bike. Right? Your father is not going to give you the bike until what? You do well.
Right.
You lose the bike? Bike right here. Right here, right in front of you, right here. It's black. 2 wheels. Look nice, shiny. But you are not going to get it until you do well in school.
Good.
Right?
Come on.
So you ain't lose it. It's right here. Right? That's where Christ come in. Christ came in to make what? A new what? A new covenant. So, which means what? And here, we just have to what? That's it. Work for it. You understand? When Adam and Eve got kicked out the garden, right? Was it forever? No. It was what? We had to find what? The whole Bible is us finding our way what? Back to what? But back to where? The garden.
The garden. Go on.
You understand? Rulership. You understand what I'm saying?
Go on.
So we didn't lose it. That's why Paul is saying what? Paul is saying, who are the Israelites? To who pertaineth the what?
Adoption.
The adoption.
Go on.
Why is he saying the adoption? Come on. Yes, we lost it. Just think a father, right? Just think you losing your father. Why? Your father said, you know what? See the two of you all, I want you all out of the house. You're no longer my kids.
Right.
Right? And then the father come and tell you know what? Come back in. Because one of you showed me what? One of you showed me that you're willing to die for your other brothers. You're willing to give your blood for your other brothers. So guess what? See the two of you all? Come. Now I'll make you all my sons. We're gonna have a new agreement, and it's gonna be like this. Right?
Go on.
All right. So you're clear on that, right? It's not that we don't have it again.
Right.
It's there. We just have to what? Want it. We just have to attain it. Do you understand? It's there. Right? Because why are we doing this then? If it's lost? Why are we sitting down here reading the Bible? Why are we sitting down here doing this? I know a club jumping up right now, right, Taba One? What club it have it in Durham here right now? Jumping. You understand? Why are we sitting down here doing what? Wasting time? Nah, brother. What did the Peter ask Christ? Why? What are we going to get in the end? And Christ said, "What? You're gonna get what? You're gonna sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." You understand? Which means what? It's there. It's here. You understand? It's here. The rulership, it's coming. It's here. We just have to what? Want it. Now, in the Christian church, they're going to have you thinking that what? You're going to have to what? Die to attain it. You have to die. But nobody want to die in the Christian church. Because if they wanted to die, if they get sick, guess what? I'm going to see Jesus. Nah, nigga, you're going to see a doctor. You understand? You're going to see a doctor. You ain't trying to die. Right? You ain't trying to die. But the Christian church will have you think that you had to die and go off into heaven or purgatory or whatever makeshift tale they want to tell you about that. Right? But no, not in here. In here, we're fighting for what? Christ to come back. We ain't waiting for him to come back. We're fighting for him to come back. We're going on the streets and telling brothers and sisters, you better stop being gay. You better stop being adulterers. You better stop being idol worshipers. You understand? We going on the streets and we trying to turn people what? Minds back to who? The Most High. Because we know that what? In the end, Christ is going to return and this level this place. You understand? And if you're here with them, you're going to get caught up in the crossfire. All right? Read on. And any questions?
Come on. You had one. Yeah, two. Yeah, one earlier, but then you had one newer.
What's the earlier one?
The sister Thakawa.
Uh-huh.
She's asked, if I may, sir, why do people celebrate birthdays?
Why?
Come on.
Yeah, but okay. Why do they celebrate it? You correct? You understand? You're very correct. It's a Roman custom, but why do they celebrate it? What's the yes, birthday? That's the best way to ask it. What's the spirit behind birthdays? Come on.
One of selfishness, because it's about you. You celebrate the birthday, you
Mm-hmm.
make yourself essentially a god for the day. So
That's it. You making yourself what? A god on that one day. You understand? But we don't do that. We don't celebrate birthdays.
Right.
So ask read the question over one more time.
She said, so like if I may, sir, why do people celebrate birthdays?
Right? Because one, it's a hedonistic custom, and two, it's a day where they get to basically be a god. So now on your birthday, guess what? Everybody had to look at you as being what? Caesar. So guess what? You're gonna get what? All the gifts. You understand? Whatever you need. You want a ring, a chain, whatever. You're gonna get something on your birthday. You understand? So that's a day people in the world look forward to, one of the days. You understand? I think that come before Christmas. You understand? Your birthday. You know what I mean? That day, you know what I mean? You better, you know what I mean? You better bring something for whoever on the birthday. And then when you get older, you get to a grown man, you putting on a birthday hat and you blowing a cake out. It ain't cool, bro. Or bro. Come on, go ahead.
Bro.
Go ahead.
So like there's grown men that call off of work at the slave for their birthday.
You understand? Because that day is what? That day, your boss and the boss. Guess who's the boss on that day? You the boss. So you telling the boss, guess what? I'm the boss. I ain't coming today. Find somebody else to work for me. You understand? Come on.
like your last thing, if that's not enough, in the Antoine LaVey, who's a devil who wrote the Satanic Bible, which is a real thing that Wiccan and the warlocks and witches, they all use the Satanic Bible. On page 96, it says that the highest day of worship for one is their birthday.
You
And
understand?
that's record in the Satanic Bible.
Right? You understand? I don't know what type, where, you know, I mean, where that book is, but we know it's a what evil day to, you know what I mean? You're supposed to celebrate it. All right. What's your next question?
Salaki, you got brother asked Salaki, sir.
Salaki, so what? Just you know what I mean, just let me know if that answer your question. If not, you know what I mean, let me know. All right, come on.
Brother asked Salaki, sir, can we use Jeremiah 14, chapter 14, verse 15 to show the Lord ain't sent these pastors or didn't send these pastors?
Read it. Jeremiah what, 14 and what?
15, sir.
Yeah. Somebody get read it.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not.
Yes, you could use that. All right. Pastors that doing what? Those are pastors that doing what? That teaching you what? Not the way of this Bible like. You understand? If you're not in the UPK, not teaching anybody the way of this Bible. It's simple. All right. All right, read on. So go back to Ezekiel. That was it. You want it to?
Come on, sir.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 17. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 18, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me becoming dross. It's like it to me become dross.
What does that mean?
Definition of dross, sir. It's the Oxford Dictionary definition of dross. Something regarded as worthless, rubbish.
So, read one more time.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross.
And hold on, and just look up the history on birthdays quick for me. And you Google.
Salaki, sir, if I may, according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, it's equivalent to like human waste.
Yes.
Come
Or
on.
dross, or you know what I mean?
Come on.
It's trash, in other words. All right, just look up the definition of thing for me.
Reread the definition, sir.
Uh-huh.
This is from the history of yesterday.com. Why do we celebrate birthdays? It begins talking about his big business in modern days, but the earliest account of a birthday is the first reliable account of a birthday being recognized comes to us from the Bible. In Genesis, the ancient text states that Pharaoh was celebrating his birthday.
So now, if you look it up in the Bible, right? Birthdays in the Bible, you will see that these are days only what heathens celebrate. Only heathens acknowledge. You never hear Christ acknowledging his birthday. Never hear any disciple or any prophet recognizing his birthday, because that means nothing. You understand? You are to worship only who? The Most High. You all, everybody know that, right? Okay. All right. Clear. Only one brother say. Everybody quiet. All right, so Johnny say, check these men box to make sure they're bringing in no idols in here, brother. Come on. Go ahead.
It says, this is from another website. I'm saying some weird website, but it says it all started with the Egyptians. It says scholars who studied the Bible said that the earliest mention of a birthday was around 3000 BCE and was in reference to a pharaoh's birthday. But further studies implies that this was not their birth into the world, but their birth as a god. When Egyptian pharaohs were crowned in ancient Egypt, they were considered to have transformed into gods. This was a moment in their lives that became more important.
And you're correct. And that's what I'm saying. Like with your oppressor, whatever he tells you to celebrate, you better go research, get it background to it. You have to go research it. You understand? Because why? Because he's going to make it appear something good. Birthday, you don't want to celebrate the day you came into this world. This is a day we should celebrate. Because this was, this is a good day. You find all the reasons. I know you're throwing a party for a 2-year-old or 3-year-old. So who the party really for? For mommy. For mommy to show off to her friends that, I have money and I could buy gifts, I could do this, that, the other for the kid. And then once the kid gets a grown man, he getting whooped across his head with a nightstick by the cops. Because you don't train him up bad. Or she getting whooped upside the head, or arms twist all the way backwards by a cop. You understand? Because you don't teach them something evil. You understand? Birthdays are evil and wicked and satanic. You understand? And in a nutshell, grow up. Come on, man. Grow up. You're big, 250-pound man with a 1 ounce cone hat on your head. And blowing, happy birthday, and sending me texts about what, happy Earth Day, this, that, the other. Come on, man, grow up. Yeah, happy born day. So now they're trying to switch it up because they're learning about the whole bird, meaning behind the word birthday. So they're trying to switch it up to make it more what? Likable. You understand? So now it's born day. Well, we ain't talking about birthday. We talking about born day or Earth Day. It's still birthday. Just like Planned Parenthood is what? Child murder. Ain't no, going around it. It's child murder. Right? All right, so we good with that on birthdays, right? It's a heathen holiday. It's a day, as the brother said, in which the Egyptians, we go all the way back. They what? On that day, they made themselves what? A god. Right? And then it came all the way up to what? To the Roman time, in which they didn't make themselves a god. On that day, they made themselves a god. You understand? And you making yourself a god is now onto what? Where the gifts coming in. So why the gift don't go to everybody else? Because that day is your day. You understand? Come on. You can talk loud.
Wireless went out. Did you kick it down that cat?
I think I sabotaged it.
Plug it in. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I apologize, brother.
Salaki, sir.
I like to be heard, right?
Go
ahead.
Salaki, so I was gonna say that, yeah, so the Egyptians like would basically just they would use that for their pharaohs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really the regular people didn't worry about that so much because they weren't important enough. But as time went on, like you said, once they got to the Romans, now they took those same traditions and they made it, oh, you're a god for a day. Like, you know, today you're the god. We're gonna protect you the same way we would protect Apollos, or we would protect, you know what I'm saying, Jupiter or whoever it may be. You know
That's it.
Con. And if I may, it's even though I'm not saying it's Tawab, but I just remember like some people even back then when I was young would ask that question. Like my mom would say like when it was my birthday, she would be like, "You should be giving me presents. I'm the one that gave birth to you." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell am I getting you stuff? You didn't do anything.
Right.
Like you.
You understand? And that's where all the party income in is for them, not for you. You working, Negro? You paying any bills? No. All right. All right. So let's get back to Ezekiel.
God, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead.
Right? Meaning he just describing what? We are nothing. You understand? Think. Look at a silver. Right? How does it get silver? Where does it get silver from? Come on. From the mines. Right. Correct. Right. From the mines, right? From the ore. And they'll have to do what? Once they take that, it looks what? Clean? Does it look clean? Nah. Do you keep what that dirt on it? That filth on it? No. Can you imagine when a silver chain or a gold chain with what? With raw stuff, and somebody gonna be looking at you like, you know what I mean? This nigga crazy here, man. Right. So the Lord is saying what? We like that what? That filth. Yeah, that dross. All right, read on.
God, in the midst of the furnace, there are even the dross of silver. Verse 19. Therefore, thus saith the Lord the power, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem. Verse 20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin.
Think what? How do they gather it? What? You get a basket, whatever, and you're going to put what? All of that inside the basket and put some what? Water in it, try to wash it out, whatever, dirt on it first. Then you're going to do what? Throw it where? In a furnace. And that furnace is to do what? Get rid of what? All the impurities. Yes. You understand? Right? Read on. Hold on. Come on. Yes, you could say so. I would, yeah, you could say that because that's what he basically describing. He's saying gonna what? Bring you in what? In the midst of Jerusalem. And read on.
Okay. Into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it.
Into the midst of the furnace. Because we know what? Right there in the midst, right there is what? It's gonna be heat. All right, read on.
Okay. To blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury.
So now you go tell a poor man that your oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. Guess what that poor man is going to tell you?
the white man ain't so bad. Like he's going to defend the white man. He's going
to defend the oppressor. Why?
Slacking, sir, because we've been conditioned.
Yeah, but how you been conditioned? Why? This is simple. Why? Come on. Yes, I'll take that. Poverty. So now he knows that what? Your oppressor, if he is poor and your oppressor rich, how are you going to get fed? If he goes against his oppressor. That's his logical way of thinking. You understand? So now, you know what I mean? You saying your oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. No, Jesus loves everybody. You know what I mean? You can't hate your oppressor. There's no way to say hate in the Bible. Romans 9:13. Well, now that doesn't mean that. You start to get all the, you know what I mean, rebuttals. The demons start to fully show itself. Come on. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Right. You understand? Now he's going to turn it on his own brother because he got to eat. You understand? Read. Come on.
Oh, okay. So basically defending the provider.
Yes. Yeah. That's why brothers come in here and sit down, and then you tell them about it. The first thing he thinks about is his livelihood. And if you can get him to, you know what I mean, get past the livelihood, you know what I mean, you get a soldier. Likewise with a sister. She could get past having a man having more than one woman. You know what I mean? These just, you know what I mean, not saying all sisters have issues, but these are just all brothers have issues. But, you know what I mean, at the end of it, that's it. Brother and sister. You understand? Sister coming here and she hear that. She's like, well, hold up. My boss, he white. He, I mean, he oppressor, but he okay, you know? He gave me overtime when I needed overtime. You know? He pretty good. No, I had a black supervisor and he was the total opposite. I mean, they start to rationalize, you know, this stuff in the mind. Who's good based on who could basically help you. Right? Read on.
So I will gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
And he will what?
I will leave you there and melt you.
For 400 years he has done what?
Melt you.
Leave you there and what? Melt you. You understand? We came out of so-called captivity when in 1868 or whatever, right? Your oppressor said he freed you. We know he was lying, he didn't free us, right? But we were able to build cities. We had what? Black Wall Streets all over America, right? But what happened to it? It fell. All of it fell because you can't have a Black Wall Street without having what? Bible.
Okay.
You want to know why the fruit of Islam is on the ropes? Because you can't have anything without the Bible.
Right.
UPK growing stronger and stronger by the day because of what? The Bible. This is what we're going by. This is the blueprint. You understand? We're going by everything in this book. We don't celebrate birthdays. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
We don't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Why? Because God said don't do it. We don't eat pork, not because of the health side to it. We don't eat pork because God said don't eat pork.
Right.
We eat crab, shrimp, and lobster because God said don't eat it.
Right.
Simple. I mean, life could be very simple. It's just like you having a car, right? Just think if you have a motorcycle manual in the car, and you try to fix the car on a motorcycle manual, what's gonna happen? It will never get done.
Right.
It would never get done. But you have this act. This is yours right here. Not the New Jerusalem Bible. Right? Not the New King James, the NIV. You know what I mean? Not the Woman Bible. You understand? Not no other Bible, but what? This Bible right here. King James in 1611. Yeah, what's your apocrypha? You understand? I read on.
Yeah. Book of Ezekiel, chapter
Come on,
22.
hold on.
Salakia, sir. And what's so poetic too about that verse? You said, 400 years, we've been left here in the furnace and melting. Like it speaks volumes about our conditions, like us being in hell. Salakia.
Yes. You understand? We are melting. Once we melt, we got to be in line for about 3 hours just to get food stamp. You understand? You're buying food off a wick. The government giving you food that, you know what I mean? Basically, you know what I mean? You borderline, it's borderline. You know what I mean? Right? We in a, how to put it? We in bad shape, in other words. Right? Read on.
Okay.
And that's because we did what? Read on.
Come, Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 21. Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. Verse 22. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you.
You understand? That's why nobody wants to be a what? Nobody wants to be a what?
Oh, like an Israelite or a black Hispanic and
A
native.
nigger.
Okay.
Nobody wants to be a wetback.
Right.
You understand? Nobody wants to be Tanto. No. Oh, hell no. I'm not one of those people. No. I'm what's his name? What's the dude's name, boy? No, not OJ. Not Bill Gates. What's his name?
Elon Musk or something like that.
No. It's a brother. The one who did the genetics testing. No, not Ben Carson. Oh man, I forget his name. Oh boy. No. It's not Gates. This a brother. He was living, I think, somewhere close to campus, and he was going to go into his
He got
house.
arrested.
And yeah,
Come on.
and his white neighbor, his Caucasian neighbor, called the cops on him because she thought he was breaking in.
He did the documentary, sir. He did that documentary.
Yeah, I forget his name. Henry Louis Gates.
Come on,
That's him.
yeah.
Yeah, Henry Louis Gates. But I said Bill Gates, but it's Henry Louis Gates, right? Right.
Okay.
So it's Henry Louis Gates, right? Where he was like, I'm not one of them. You understand? And it goes for your basketball players or your superstars who get stuck by the cops. I'm not one of them. So guess what? You go put on your suit and tie and you go into Fruit of Islam because I'm not one of them.
Okay.
You understand? You go into the Christian church because what? I'm not one of them niggas. You understand? Oh no, you niggas looking too, rough. Why don't cut your hair? Why don't cut your beard? Why don't, why don't look nice? You understand? Like they want you to shave off what? The culture. Just disown it. Because nobody wants to be you. Why? Because with you being you comes what?
Oh, slacking. Be melted in the midst thereof.
Yeah, you melting in the midst thereof. Now you in the hood, and guess what? You eating Chinese food. And your woman could cook. Your woman could fry a wing. She could fry leather and tell you it's chicken. And you'll eat it. Ketchup on it. You eat it. But we eating from, Chinese people. That should show you how destroyed, that should show you what type of melting pot you're in. Right. You go in to Dunkin' Donuts when these people bathe in doo-doo and cow dung and say they're not going to get COVID-19. They're marrying frogs. Hear me how good are. You all think I'm lying? Google it. There was a drought in India, some part of India, and they married some frogs. You all think I'm lying? Brother, what's the purpose of bathing in cow dung?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, but look it up on your seat. Let's look up East Indian marrying two frogs. See, we only speak the truth here. You all know that, right?
That's right.
Two frogs married by Tripura tea garden workers in ritual to please rain god. So they put him in a wedding dress.
A frog.
In a tux.
A frog. Kermit. Kermit was married to bring rain.
So like, if I may, sir. So you mean to tell me, like, the other nations, they willing to go as far as putting frogs in dressings to for their gods to so-called bring rain?
Yes.
We just need to be obedient to our Father.
That's all. You understand? But the messed up part about it is they in your hood. You got to go to them for food, for shelter, for everything. We in a melting pot. We in the melting pot of the Lord. We in the furnace. We in the heat of the Lord. All right, read on.
Okay, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 23. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 24, Son of man, say unto her, Thou art the land that is not cleansed, nor rained upon in the day of indignation.
You understand? Famine. You understand? Read on.
Okay. Verse 25. There is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof.
A what?
A conspiracy.
What's a conspiracy? Come on. Let me get the definite. Somebody look it up on a Google machine. Come on.
Salakia, sir. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, Salakia. You gave me the wrong thing. Salakia. It means Salakia, a secret plan made by two or more people to do something that is harmful or illegal.
Right. It's a conspiracy. It's harmful or what? Illegal between what? Two or what? More persons, right? So you by yourself, ain't no conspiracy, but you go get somebody to work with you, two or more,
right?
You conspiring,
right?
To do some evil or what? Illegal, right? Read on. So now, let's say there's a conspiracy of what? Of the prophets.
In the midst thereof, like a roaring lion raving the prey.
Raving the prey. Come on. Come on. Come on, Yaniza. Come on, Yaniza. That's your, not just a Christian pastor, but your who? Your imam, your Buddhist priest.
So like if I made the politicians.
Your politicians. You understand? They're conspiring against us, Ark. If they was working for us, guess what? What would happen?
So what'd you say?
If they was actually working for us, what will happen? If there was no conspiracy, what would happen?
Oh, so like I said, we'd come together. We'll
prosper.
raise up.
We'll start prospering. If there's no conspiracy. But guess what? In order for Creflo to drive his G5 jet, he has to be conspiring against you.
That's right.
You understand? For Ben Carson to be driving or living in a nice house or whatever he wants to live in, he has to be what? Conspiring or what? Against you.
Right.
You understand? They are conspiring against you. Your so-called prophets are what? Conspiring against you. Your black leaders, your Jesse Jacksons, you understand? They're conspiring against you. And Jesse Jackson's son had to do time for doing what? Yeah, for conspiring against you. For doing something what? Illegal. Right? Read on.
God, they have devoured souls.
They have what?
They have devoured souls.
Yeah, they devoured souls. You understand? I don't talk about the one in I don't know if you all heard about the priest in the Anglican priest in Jamaica, Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Human sacrifice.
Okay.
And you know what was all behind it also too, right? Where he came out on him. Come on. Mm-hmm.
Well, May, he had pending cases from back in the day from before. He was molesting kids.
Yeah, beside molesting kids, that was written all over that brother face.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like, he had that type of demon on him. But there's something else he was doing that it brought out. He had black people don't really do this, you know what I mean? Maybe now they're starting to get into it, but life insurance. You understand?
Fraud.
Not fraud, but more so if you take out a life insurance, he will be the beneficiary on it. You understand? So you die, guess what? He gonna get what? All the money. You understand? All the money going to him. And he had that on some of his congregation. You understand? Right? He what? He gonna take your what? Soul. He gonna take it. Literally. He gonna tell somebody, kill him, kill her, and say he's what? Performing sacrifice unto who? Living power. And then in the morning, he gonna what? Collect what? Some money. While you in the grave dead, stinking. Right? Read on.
God, they have taken the treasure and the precious things. They have made her many widows in the midst thereof.
Made what? Many what?
Many widows in the midst thereof.
Made many widows. He gonna tell you what? Go what? Go join the what? American military. Go fight and die for your country, Negro. Go do it. You understand? God bless so and so. You understand? Now your wife home, you dead in a box, and they bring back some flag on your box. She a widow. And your fight was to know. How we know that? Because months ago, what happened? They just hand the what? They hand the what? Afghanistan back to who?
Afghanistan, the Taliban.
What do we call them 2 years ago or years ago?
So like I said, the terrorists.
Yeah, yeah. You went to fight terrorists to only know your country gonna do what? Give it back into the hands of terrorists. How I say hurrah, hooray, whatever. Right? You dead. Read on. Or you go be some, you know what I mean, some cop. You know what I mean? You law and order. You dead. Get a flag, sing a song, shoot some guns in the air. But your wife, she messed up. Gone. You and I trying to defend your nation, like, you know what I mean, like my brother MacArthur.
Right.
You understand? You didn't do that.
Right.
You understand? You died trying to what? Uphold this evil empire.
Right.
You understand? Which means you died for what? Nothing. Read on.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 26. Her priests have violated my law.
Her what?
Her priests have violated my law.
You understand? Tell you what, the laws are what? Done away with.
Right.
Wax Creflo Dollar. He gonna tell you what? The laws are what? Done away with. We live by what? Grace. So guess what? Don't worry. Eat that pork. Go sleep with that brother woman, man. Go do it. Leave that man. Leave him. Read on.
Oh, God. And have profaned my holy things.
Mhm.
They have put no difference between the holy and profane. Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbath.
So now we're making it clear who we're talking about.
That's right.
Talking about your preachers, your entertainers. You understand? Your imam, your politicians. It's breaking it all the way down for you. But most of all, it's going straight to who? Your pastors.
Oh, God.
Because they're the ones supposed to be teaching you what? How to serve the Lord.
Right.
They're supposed to be teaching you how to serve the Lord. But instead, they're telling you to open the book and they look for a reason to say you could go rape. Because why? They want to rape. So guess what? We all could rape. You know that, right? It says force her. Right? So now you want to bring what? Heathens in. God loves everybody. John 3:16. Go to that. Read that. Break that down for me. Whosoever, right? Everybody. He died for everybody. So now you make a religion on just what? What you want it to be. All right? Read on.
Oh, God. And I am profaned among them. Verse 27.
And the Lord is saying what? I am what?
Profaned among them.
Meaning what? It means to be profaned. Come on. Look it up. Yeah. So now the Lord has a what? He has a reputation. But the nations know that the Lord deals with what? Us. So now it's like, just think about it this way. You ever had a father, right? My father used to say this a whole lot. He's like, you ain't going to go in the streets and mess my name up. If you go do any crap and you had to go to the police station, don't tell them I'm your father. Because I'm going to come down there and, you know what I mean, deal with you. My father would, you know what I mean, he'd tell it straight up. Do not call my, you get in trouble with the cops, do not call my name. Do not tell them I'm your father. You understand? Come on.
So Salaki, sir, I got two things. So the Merriam-Webster dictionary is to debase by wrong, unworthy, or vulgar use.
Yes.
So saying God loves everybody.
Yes. But you profane his name basically is like you not giving the Lord what his real reputation is. Like the Lord is a what? A man of war.
Right.
He will kill you if you don't obey him. So now you take it as being what? A light thing.
So like if I may, it's similar. We like in the world they say things like God knows my heart type deal when you're doing all kind of manner of wickedness.
Yes.
They say,
So now you'll think what? When you look at the Christian church, you will think that the Lord what? Accept you being what? Gay. You'll really think that, because guess what? You will see a gay man doing what? Conducting the choir. Or he will be a preacher like Kevin Smith. You understand? So you will think what? Well, I can be effeminate, I can be gay, and be what? Teaching the Bible. Right? Read on.
Okay. Verse 27. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening to the prey. It's like ravening the prey.
Right? Meaning they what? They feeding off who?
Like off us.
Yes. So now you hire light bill to pay, but guess what? You're in a line
right
for the new pair of Jordans.
Right.
You fighting and killing each other for the new pair of Jordans. And Jordan says nothing. He comes out and addresses it, says nothing about it. You understand? Read on.
Okay. It's like in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening the prey to shed blood and to destroy souls and to get dishonest gain.
And to get what?
Dishonest gain.
Understand? You passing the basket around what? 3 and 4 times. You paying tithes to a robber, to a thief. All the tithes supposed to be coming in where? Into the school. Come manager and hand is supposed to be getting all your tithes. Every last cent. Your preacher is stealing.
Right.
You understand? He is what? Read that part over one more time.
Oh God. To get this honest gain.
He is getting this honest gain because he is telling you what you want to hear for what? Money.
Right.
He's not telling you what the Lord said to do. He's telling you what you want to hear. So guess what? He's saying to do what? Pay me. Yeah, you're gonna go to heaven, sister so and so, but sister so and so swinging on the pole Friday and Saturday night. Don't worry, sister. That's just, we gotta work. Some of us have different jobs. You know what I mean? You just have to do this, but just make sure and pay your tithes. That's why you see what? Before they go and dance, guess who they're praying to? They're praying. Guess who they learned it from? The pastor. He told me I could pray about it and ask God for forgiveness. And then she on a pole, naked as, God knows what, making money. She's fine with it. Read on.
God. Verse 28. And the prophets have daubed them with untempered mortar.
What does that mean? Daub them with untempered mortar. Come on.
So I could it mean like daub it mean like a bingo dauber, like you dot something.
No,
smear.
Daub. Yeah, no, now you're getting it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Like
with what? Smear them with what?
It says daub them with untempered mortar.
So now,
like weak.
So what do you use that for?
Untempered mortar?
Yeah, no, not untempered mortar. But what do you need mortar for?
Building, like
building.
Bricks, houses, something firm.
So now, just think your house built with untempered mortar.
Right.
What you want to do?
It's just not worth it. It's not a house. It's weak. It's not full consistency. It's not
You
like
know what?
It's fall.
Foundation is weak. So now, guess what? Storm come. Guess what? It's gonna leak, and your wife gonna watch you like, Negro. What are we in? Did you spend our money on this? Our hard-earned money. You know what I mean? You turning the AC on or the heat on in the cold of the winter on high, and you're still feeling like you're outside. Because your house covered in what? An untempered mortar. So now it's saying the prophet did what?
It's like in 28, and her prophets have daubed them with untempered mortar, seeing vanity and divining lies unto them, saying, thus saith the Lord, when the Lord hath not spoken.
So now explain it, what they're actually doing.
Nothing. They're telling them lies. Like they're instead of seeing, which prophesying, they're telling them about, like Pastor Joe Willie does, prophesying garbage, like prayer cloth and God's gonna make a way. Let Jesus take the wheel. Christmas, like a bunch of bull crap that's weak and not worth anything. It's Pastor Kearney Thomas, hollering and screaming. It's like they're supposed to be prophesying to them heavy things that are true, come from the Lord's mouth, and instead they're not. Go ahead.
So what's the untempered mortar? Simple.
Oh, is it be lost statutes and commandments they're supposed to be telling them?
So like Christianity?
Yes.
Islam?
Or lies.
Come.
You understand? Lies. Because now, guess what? He gonna tell you, remember, they getting paid to tell you what?
The truth.
No. They getting paid to tell you what?
Salaki.
What you wanna
hear?
What you wanna hear?
Lies.
You gain daubed with what? With untempered mortar.
Come on.
So now, guess what? You're gonna celebrate what? Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You're gonna celebrate what? Christmas.
Come.
You're gonna celebrate everything you're not supposed to celebrate because they are what? Daubing you with what? Untempered mortar.
Come on.
They are lying to you and telling you you're doing this for the Lord when you're not. You understand? Right? Read on.
Khan, divining lies into them, saying, thus saith the Lord God, when the Lord hath not spoken.
Doing what? Read that part over one more time.
Khan, divining lies into them, saying, thus saith the Lord power, when the Lord hath not spoken.
When the Lord have not spoken. Right? You want to build a house, you better put some mortar on that joker. You better mix it correctly and paste it good. Make sure you cover what? Them cracks. Make sure them the grooves and them have something in it. You understand? So that when a hard breeze blow, bricks ain't falling on top of your kids or your wife. While you sleeping, bricks falling down. You understand? Right? You don't want that. So for you to build that strong foundation, that strong house, you're going to have to do what? You're going to follow everything that's in this book.
Right.
And you're going to have to recognize when what? As Christ said what? In the New Testament, beware of what? Of them that what? Deceive you. That come in my name, saying they what? They are Christ.
Yeah.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery.
Right. So this is a question that our son had, right? So the people of what?
People of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery.
Who's the people of the land? Come on.
So the government or the oppressor. Like the way they put us in the ghettos and the barrios and the reservations. They've exercised their oppression.
Now you are stick with me.
Salak, y'all one.
I carry all out in the ocean. And, you know what I mean? Come on.
So like, if I may, sir, we talking about the leadership, our people, us,
Yes.
the government. Come on.
Yes, they have what? They have oppressed us.
Yeah.
You understand? And done what to us? Read it from the top.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy.
Who have vexed the poor and needy?
Oh, it's like the pastors. And
Yes.
Yeah,
Right? They have done it. Right? Read on.
Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
They have oppressed the what?
The stranger wrongfully.
Who's a stranger?
Like, if I may.
Come on.
Once again, that would be our people, like traveling, like they may not live in that land, but we know that the strangers sometimes can be a Israelite coming to visit. So we're supposed to treat our people, even as strangers, as our people when they come into our homes. They may not live in the land, but when they come to Durham, we're gonna treat them like family.
Right.
Come.
Correct. So a brother from New York comes down, he's gonna be treated as what? Family. Even though he might be a stranger to where? To Durham. I'm a stranger to America. You always treat me like what? Brothers.
Come.
You understand? The same English. So the stranger is what? Your brother. Yes, he was just living in what? Another what? Another place. Remember, it said what? When it said earlier that what? The Lord was going to scatter us amongst the what? The heathens. You understand? So now he's saying, read it one more time.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
Right? They have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. You understand? That's your leadership right there for you. Right? That's who? Your prophets. That's your what verse it is where it speaks about the prophet. The princes. I forget the verse, but there's a verse where it runs down. The prophets. Yeah, the prophets. Right in verse 25. All right. No. All right. Read on.
Verse 30. And I sought for a man among them.
And a what?
And I sought for a man among them.
This is how you know that it's not what the heathen is talking about.
Right.
Why? Because he did what?
I sought for a man among them.
I sought for a man among them to do what?
That should make up the hedge.
That shall make up the what?
Make up the hedge.
Make up the hedge. What hedge is what? Somebody say, raise your hand. Come on.
Salaki. Protection, sir.
Yeah, protection. All right, read on.
And stand in the gap before me for the land.
And stand in what?
Stand in the gap before me for the land.
And stand in the gap to do what? To warn the people. To show them how to live. You understand? You brothers doing it. On them streets, you all are in the what? The gap. You understand? You straight up in the gap. You understand? You facing the law, you facing harm. You facing harm. And you trying to what? Warn your people. And the Lord sought for who? For a man amongst who? Amongst his people. Right? Read on.
That I should not destroy it.
That I should not?
That I should not destroy it.
That I should not destroy what?
Oh, slightly. The people.
Yes, Israel. Read on.
But I found none.
But I found what?
None.
None. Right? That's what Ezekiel was saying back then to the people. You understand? Read on.
Verse 31. Therefore, I have poured out mine indignation upon them. I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads.
So he's just going into what the Lord did to us. So from Ezekiel, you go where? We was what? Split into Israel. Then what? Israel went into a captivity under the Assyrians and decided to do what? Run and jump on boats and came to where? To America. To try and run away from this captivity. Guess what? The Lord had waited on them in 1492. Christopher Columbus. You understand? You think you run away from the Lord. The Lord, he know. You understand? He gave time. You say he was going to new lands. And I sure the Lord is a merciful power. You said he was going where? To the new world to do what? Yeah. And guess what you end up doing? Worshiping the wolf, the bear, the crow. You understand? So the Lord say, you know what? Okay, I gave you time to do it. And you did this. Christopher Columbus on your shores. Now you're shaking hands with him, showing him how to live, and he is conspiring to do what? And he did it. You understand? Because he can't run from the Lord. Just face it. You got to do what? Follow the laws. Follow it. That's all you have to do. And then you'll stop all the running. All the running. We ain't going to run into the Christian church. We don't run into the mosque. We don't run into Islam, Hinduism. We don't run into what is this thing that these Scientology. You understand? You ain't gonna run into these, you know what I mean, these so-called these religion to try and hide from the Lord. You're gonna face him. And you're gonna put the blunt down. You're gonna stop having sex, having interracial marriages. You understand? You're gonna face it. Right? Read on. No, that's it. You know what I mean? You don't have any more questions? What's his name? I hope Ayathon get it. So the people is who? Israel. Right? And we have what? We have what? Oppressed. You know what I mean? Your leaders, who's supposed to be what? Protecting you instead of doing what? Oppressing you. Come on. Uh-huh.
There will be no sign except for the sign of Jonah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that scripture is offhand.
For the sign of Jonah, that's in check Matthew 16 and 4. It's in Christ said it. Is it that? Is it in Matthew 16?
Matthew 16 and 4.
Is there? Go ahead and read that.
Come on. The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed.
Mhm. The prophet Jonah. Who is Christ speaking about? Who's Jonah? Jonah.
I guess it would be us.
No.
Jonah was a prophet,
Mhm.
so it would be our leadership.
No. Come on.
In Matthew 12:38, it says, the Christ was speaking to the Pharisees and teachers of the law that said to him, "Teacher, we want to see a sign from you."
Mhm.
And then he 39, he answered, "A wicked and adulterous generation asks for a sign, but none will be given it except for the prophet Jonah."
So come on, Yanazar. Yanazar, you gotta give me this before we go. Or else we're gonna be here until next Monday.
Verse 40.
Come on.
For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish,
Mhm.
so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Okay. What is the sign of Jonah?
So, like, if I may,
Come on.
going to the people and telling them the truth. That would at the sight of Jonah.
Give me a little more. You want it? You understand? You want to take a shot? Because he just tapped the nail right there. What's the sign of Jonah? Come on. How? Yeah, use the mic.
He saved them by telling them the truth.
That's what he's saying, right?
Come on,
Give
sir.
me. Okay. Come on. Get him, brother. So guess what? Negro? You want me to pull a rabbit out of the hat, right? That's what you want me to do, right? You want me to be a magician, right? You want me to show you, you know what I mean? Look into this crystal ball right here. Look into the future. No, Negro. Guess what? We're going to prophesy every what? Every Saturday.
Come.
Every day.
That's right.
You understand? Christ is saying that you're going to get the same thing that Jonah did. Jonah, he did not want to go prophesy to the people. Why? Why didn't want to do it?
Because he didn't want to Salakia, like he knew that if he prophesied to them that they might change, which would then make the Lord not destroy Nineveh, which would then make him look like a false prophet.
Not like a false prophet, but more so like a fool to his people. Because he know if he go do it, the Lord ain't going to kill them. And he did not want to be looked at as somebody who just basically just wasted time. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll take that the false prophet. It's you know what I mean?
So like if I may, sir, like he was his reputation. Like come.
Yes. You're gonna be like, you see, he didn't do nothing. He said he was gonna do it. I tell him he was gonna do it. He didn't do it. And then later on, Jonah, he didn't understand. But later on, the Lord made him understand. Right? By doing what? By putting this big gauze or this big pumpkin to shade him from the burning sun, and then killing the pumpkin. Teaching him a lesson. You understand? It's my will. This week. Did you make this pumpkin? Did you water it? What did he do to this pumpkin? Nothing. But you want the pumpkin stay right there, right? Nah. I mean, so Jonah learned afterwards, you know what I mean, his way of thinking was wrong. You understand? And what the scripture is saying in Matthew, read Matthew 16 one more time and 4. So be clear on what Jonah.
Book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it.
Right. So you all didn't see no sign. What sign you all see? You all see the sun turn black? You know what I mean? You all wake up and you all, you know what I mean, jump out of vision. Say, I see myself burning up, and no. You ain't see no, you know what I mean? You ain't see nothing. You ain't go by Cleo. Sister Cleo, and she read the palm of your hand and say, if you don't get in the truth, you're gonna die. No, you ain't gonna do none of that. You heard the Lord words and did what? And changed. Right? And came and sat your butt down in all black and what? Listen. And shut your mouth for a while until you did what? Until you did the officer's test and you were given the authority by Commander General Hannah to go out on the streets and teach. You understand? You did that. All right, read on.
But the sign of the prophet Jonas.
But the sign of the prophet Jonas. So don't be sitting back waiting. I'm waiting for when Christ come back, when the sky crack, then I'm gonna come into the truth. Negro gonna be too late.
Right.
Sis is gonna be too late. You know what I mean? Well, if Black Christ come back in the sky and I must see him, but if you see him, it's too late. It's done. All right? I see clear that right, Jan, is that? Okay. Any more before we head out? Any more? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Jan, is that? Mm-hmm.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. On November 28th, we'll be celebrating the Feast of Hanukkah. November 28th, right? Is that correct? That's
yes.
Correct. Okay. Mm-hmm. Remind Akim and Akwathium to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, I imagine. So I'll turn to the teacher. Men of Israel, we give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak. Yahweh Shem El Shabbat. Yahweh Shem El Shabbat. Yahweh Class dismissed.